What's up, guys? We got a little mess on the desk, as you can see. I haven't cleaned it up. I've been pretty darn busy working on my kitchen. I'm going to show you guys before and after picture of my bathroom I did. Nothing fancy or whatever, but for us, I'm happy. So, and I said I've been doing my kitchen. I put a new plywood floor. I haven't got the flooring down yet, but I'm in the process of putting all my new cabinets in. So I can give you a little before, and then I got some video I put together, not a lot. It's nothing fancy, but it's a lot better than what we had. The rest of my cabinets to finish the project will come in on the 20th. They didn't come in all at the same time. I don't know why. They were there when I ordered them. I looked at the shelf, got everything off the shelf, but they delivered, and it took them 2 trips to deliver for whatever reason. So I will show you all that here in just a few minutes. I still got my buddy's Rustler here. I haven't drove it with the one time. He's wanting to know if I want to do some trading with one of my crawlers. I don't know yet. Haven't made up my mind on none of that. I haven't had time to even think about it or mess with this. But one thing I was thinking, I looked, it has a stock pinion, a 13 tooth. And I've seen people that run like a 17 tooth. Some go to a 20 if you want to hit the high numbers. But I've seen people running a 17 tooth instead of the 13 tooth, which will put it up to almost 40 mile an hour on a 2S battery. And in the 50s when you go to a 3S. But I don't have a 15 tooth. But I did find a, I think I got a, or yeah, I don't have a 17, but I got a 15 is what it is. So I can bump it up 2 teeth. I can go from a 13 to a 15. That ought to get it up to about 35 mile an hour by itself. Just guessing. Because it runs about 29, I think, is what they claim stock on the 13 with a 2S battery. So I think I can get it right in the middle at 35 if I go to 15 tooth. So whether I keep this or trade or do any of that, I'm going to go ahead and bump it up a couple notches just so it'll be faster for him either way. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Having just, it's not enough to burn it up or go too fast. You know what I mean? It's only a couple teeth up. You know what? I just realized something. I actually do have a 17 tooth also. This one's kind of pointy on the edges, been a little worn. If I wanted to really shit and get, I do have a 17 tooth. And then, I want to get really crazy, I got one that's like a 32 tooth or something, probably. I won't do that though. That would melt it down probably. So anyway, we are going to bump it up to a 15. But for now, let me show you a little video that I put together while I'm working on my kitchen. So alright, now we can get started mounting cabinets for real. Since I got the ceiling painted up, at least the first coat on this side. I didn't get the whole thing, as you can see. I didn't want to have to tape off against my new cabinets or nothing, so I did have enough paint to get that side done. I still got some hole patch and stuff like that, but it's all out away from the cabinets where I can work, so it doesn't matter. Now we're going to really get busy and put some stuff up. So alright, here's my little helper. When you don't want to use just 2x4 because it could mess with the bottom of this, but I use a wide piece here of my Vantech. Just cut it just a touch long so you can kind of wedge it in there. It'll help hold you right on my line. As you can see, I do got a line there, 2 of them, but the one's the one I need. So now I had went and picked me up my countersink tool, which is right here, which I had a bunch of and I lost them. So let me get that in here and we're going to start mounting some cabinets finally. Oh yeah, it's just coming along real nice. Can't wait to get it done. I'm glad I painted that half the ceiling first. Oh yeah. So alright guys, we are moving along. We got some paint on the wall, as you can see. The bottom's going to be another color later. We haven't got that yet. This section is mounted together. Top is cut, as you can tell. I do got to get it finished mounted. I have to put a piece of plywood on every one of these countertops to bring it up enough so that I can open these drawers. A stupid ass manufacturer flaw. This lip goes down further than my drawers. Anyway, here's the good news. Other than the cat, we got our sink now that we're going to cut us a hole. Don't mess it up, right? But check her out. Here's what we got. A blue one. Oh, no. She only got one hole, which is all I need. No. And then we sent back the faucet we had. To be honest, I think the faucet we had was dang near as much as this entire kit coming together. And it come with a faucet basically the same, but a cheap version of it, I think. It looks almost the same, has the same one handle and hook, and you can take the hose out, use it, blah, blah, blah. Except the one I had come in a lot more pieces that you had to assemble. This is so much simpler, and it looks the same. It's not as tall, but I'm happy with that. So now I still got to mount these cabinets together. I have to account for my dishwasher coming here, which we haven't got yet, so we're going to change a few things. I'm just going to temporarily bypass that situation until we get it. And yeah, that's where we're at. Oh, my cabinet right there, we got it now. So there she blows. We need to open this up, make sure it's right, because it's a different box than every one I got. Let's make sure it's at least the same product inside. Alright guys, filling you in on where we're at. We got that section down there mounted up right. We got the hole to be cut for the sink now that we got the sink. And we sent the big fancy faucet back because we got a kit that comes with everything with almost the same exact faucet. So that worked out good. So now the cabinet for up there that we had to wait on, they had to order that. We got it. And look at this. Big, looks like a hammer's hit it right there. We can live with that because I can hide it. There's actually a crack down the whole front of it. I probably can't see it very good here on camera. Get that to focus, there you go. Crack all the way down it. And you can see I can actually close the gap. But I'm not going to worry about that either. Here's the worst one. And this was in this box right here, wrapped all the way around. Here's the worst one now. Because this one, no matter what, it's going to be the hardest to hide, top or bottom. Just, I'm going to have to re-bondo it or putty it and paint it. So we'll put it at the top, I guess. She's in there. All right, guys. It's going to be another late night, but we're doing good. We got the top cabinets finished. You'll see I lowered these doors on this side more, them 3. I got to go through and lower all those to the same because this one was hitting when you'd open it all the way. There's a sag in my ceiling, so when you'd open them, they'd hit. A couple more do as well. So we're lowering every one of them just a little bit, 1/4 inch, not a big deal. And I want to get my sink in, but you can see I got my light there just temporary mounted and stuff for the sink. I just got some more work to do. We got to trim back on, stuff like that. But for now, I would like to maybe get these mounted together so I can get my sink in. If I don't get it in tonight, at least I can do the sink in the morning and get it finished up. So alright guys, here's where we're at. Figured I'd give you an update. I know this ain't an RC video, but I've been talking about all that other stuff, kitchen and bathroom. So as you can see, we got the top cabinet mounted. I don't remember where I updated last, but the most important part is I got my sink dropped in the hole. I cut it right, didn't mess up. That's the important part. It's a nice sink too. Never forget to use a plumber's putty. I've had a lot of people tell me that they got a leaky sink. I go look at it, brand new they tell me, and they don't put the putty. They think because you get this washer for the bottom, it's not going to leak, or that this cardboard goes on top. I've heard people tell me you can use this on top. It will leak every time. It doesn't work for me. So that stays on the bottom just like it is when you take it off, and this one here. And that's how the metal ring screws on. But you always have to use your plumber's putty on the top. I know this is old school. It's nothing to do with RC for the other people, but for those of y'all that are doing stuff yourself like I do, which, I mean, I've done carpenter work all my life, so I'm not new at it, but I still do my own stuff at home. And that is just, that's all you do. You crank it down, and as it tightens up, that'll squeeze out the sides. You just keep cranking it, and when you're done, you just peel that right off there. I'll show you here in a minute. All right, well, you can see we got it mashing back out. I'm gonna leave it sit a few minutes. Now I push down on this and I go around and I make it mash more and then tighten it some more. I'll let it sit and I'll come back over and I'll try to get a little bit more on there before I peel that off. So I'll go ahead and do this side. All right, now this faucet's actually pretty nice. I will say that the last faucet I had, it was almost identical to one I picked out, and it was $169 or something. And this one come with the sink, so I believe the sink with just the drain pieces was $200 without one of the faucets, but for this one with the faucet and everything, I think it was under $300, right at maybe $329 actually. So it turned out being that the faucet was probably a little over half the price, not even, you know what I mean? So it was way cheaper getting the kit, and it comes with even the most important part. You got your stoppers. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad that I got, and it's just coincidental that I had already picked out a faucet that looked basically just like this, except mine went up a little higher. So that's awesome too. So alright guys, this later on, I did finish up this sink. Check this out. I like that. Works real nice. So alright, I know this ain't no RC video, so I'm gonna go in there and put that gear back in that truck, bump it up probably tonight, take it out tomorrow. The cabinets here that are done. Next project's this whole wall. Like I said, where I stopped painting too. I gotta change the light. I gotta take this out. There's a lot. There was a wall here that I took out, a beam. Opened it up. But anyway, these will be here the 20th. I got like 5 more doors going here. It's 8 foot coming across, top and bottom, with a new countertop, just like this. The same size countertop as this is going to be right there. So that's next. So alright guys, that was just, again, this old fixer-upper house, you know what I mean? But it's home. We got to make it what we want to make it, and that's what we do. So now, before I'm done for tonight, I think I'm going to investigate and see if it's worth putting this gear on this truck, getting 2 extra teeth. You know, whether I trade or anything, I don't really think I got anything I want to trade. I mean, it's hard for me to trade. Most of my stuff's accounted for. My wife got one, my grandson's got one, my other grandson has one. I mean, hell, the only thing I got left is my Blazer, and I'm not getting rid of my tracks. And the green truck was given to me as a gift. It's hard for me to trade something that someone give me. So it's one of them situations. But at least I can put him a bigger pinion gear on there, get him a little extra speed in his rig since I'm playing with it. So anyway, I'm going to do that. We'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm going to try to go somewheres, get a video, hit a park, something, and do some crawling as well. So we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.